watching MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to playoff softball. Your Medina Valley Panthers versus the Leander Lions in round 2. This is the best of 3 series. All 3 games are going to be played here on the beautiful campus of the San Marcos
High School
Rattlers. Beautiful complex. You have a new field, turf field. Sun is peeking out now for the first time today, is what they said here. It's been misty all day, but it's ready for baseball, ready for softball, and ready for the second round of this playoffs. And Medina Valley having a tough time with the first round opponent. Lost the first game to the Alamo Heights Mules, and then came back and won game 2 and 3, and game 3 in really, really historic fashion as the Panthers came through and scored 7 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to pull out a 9-8 victory. And Jeff, that was
it was exciting.
It was very exciting. It was a game that looked like the Panthers were not going to be, come through, and then at the last minute the Panthers started putting the ball in play, forced Alamo Heights to make plays out in the field, and the Panthers just overcame it wasn't an insurmountable deficit because the Panthers came back and won the ball game, but it was a great win. It was a great win for the Panthers, and that sends them here into the second round of the playoffs against the Leander Lions, who they swept their first round matchup. So they come in undefeated in play, and Medina Valley comes in with a 2-1 record, but that doesn't mean a darn thing because this is a best of 3. First game was supposed to be yesterday, as we were supposed to travel to Wimberley, but inclement weather canceled that. And, Jeff, I like it this way. All 3 games are here at the same field. Shouldn't be an advantage for either one or a disadvantage for either one.
So Leander comes in to this game. They defeated – can't even remember now who they defeated. I was trying to look it all up here a minute ago, but it was somebody we were familiar with, and they beat them in 2 games, 4-1, and I think it was 7-5 Oh, you know what? It was San Antonio Vets Memorial.
Vets Memorial, there you go.
Yeah, it's a team that we have played 5 times this year or 4 times this year and beaten 3. You look at the records, and they're really misleading. Leander, and I've got a cool little stat if I can pull it up. Leander is very good. They come from one of the top districts in the state, and sporting the state champion in Liberty Hill, who won that district again this year. But Mr. Bowtie was watching our game last week, who is somebody that follows a lot of things that go on in the San Antonio area and sporting events, that is. And he had sent me a message. He was talking about, and he wanted credit for this, but he said Leander is 32-0 when giving up 9 runs or fewer, and 0-5 when allowing 10-plus runs. That's a pretty good stat.
Well,
so that means if you can score 10-plus runs, you got a really good shot of beating them. So basically,
who usually scores 10 runs?
But that's a pretty interesting stat, because if you can come out and score some runs, you know that this team will score runs, and I think that's what's impressive about this team and anybody that comes out of that district is they're gonna do what they can. And the scouting report on Leander is that they will small ball you to death. They're fast. They're gonna steal bases, and they got a little pop in their bat too. So they got a little bit of everything, and that's why they score so many runs. Well, they have an identity, and so that's what Medina Valley's been looking for all year long, is that little identity.
Judging from when we walked into the stadium. We walked in and we were in the outfield of the baseball field, and the wind was blowing dead in. Well, this is just the opposite configuration of the baseball field. So the wind this evening, you get it up in the air, Jeff, it's going to be taking it straight out almost towards dead center.
The other way. Huh?
So you're going the other way, so you need to keep everything. This is a very, very high fence here. It's 215 down the line where normally it's 200. And the fence is usually about 6-8 foot. This looks like about 10 or 12 foot, if I'm not mistaken. It is a very high green fence. It's going to take a poke to get out of here, but it will be wind aided if you do get it up in the air. Keys to the game, Jeff, is like we always said, against this bunch, you're going to have to get some runs. You're going to have to get them early, and you're going to have to get them often to stay up with this team. Even if Lissy or whoever, Lissy's going to be inside the circle to start for the Panthers, but whomever it is, whichever the three, the Panthers need to stay under control. You got to realize that you're going to give up a couple of runs because they're going to put the ball in play. You can't get discouraged. You just got to rely on your defense, and you got to rely on your bats.
Yeah, and that's you said it, Maury, that you can't get too down on yourself because they're going to score runs, and you may score them in bunches too, like you did last week.
Yep.
And the girls showed a lot of resilience last week, coming back in that last inning. Of course, Alamo Heights helped them out a lot. They made 3 errors that we can remember right offhand. So but you put the pressure on them, and you never know what can happen. So you want to keep rolling. You want to keep doing things you can, and roll with it.
Well, Jeff, and just to talk after the first 2 ball games with the parents and the fans that were there watching and went and watched Medina Valley when they played this the Alamo Heights team earlier in the year. After every game, everybody said the same thing. If you put the ball in play and put pressure on them, they're tentative to make some mistakes. And we want to shout out to our pregame.
Lone Star Towing. Tonight's pregame is brought to you by Lone Star Towing. Towing is in the name, but let me tell you, they also buy junk, wrecked, and abandoned vehicles. Lone Star Towing will be sure to get you set up with any of your towing needs, as well as purchasing those wrecked junk and abandoned vehicles. Alec, the owner, is a Medina Valley alumni, graduating class of 2007, and we sure do appreciate Lone Star Towing coming on this year and sponsoring our pregame show, and we're getting a lot closer to the national anthem and stuff.
Jeff, I just mentioned that they had said it's been misting here all day. How fitting is it? We just about game time. The sun breaks out.
Yeah,
we got a beautiful evening here.
Here's the other thing. I kept watching the radar because they made the call on canceling last night's game kind of early, and I kept watching the radar, and I was thinking, that's kind of early to call. But then Southwest played here last night. They were playing Liberty Hill, and I believe they got about 2 or 3 innings in, Maury, and that was it. It was Bafueta after that. Yeah, they changed it, and it was over, and they're finishing their series. Well, not finishing. They're finishing Game 1 at Southwest High School as we speak, and they will be playing Game 2 at Southwest High School immediately following that game.
It could be finished tonight.
It could be finished. And I'll tell you, also, the game tomorrow is scheduled for 8 o'clock here at San Marcos. But if and it could be 8:30, it could be 9 o'clock, depending on if Southwest is in a Game 3. Because Southwest and Liberty Hill are supposed to play Game 3 possibly here tomorrow night.
The rubber game right here, if necessary game.
So if the if necessary game does not happen tomorrow, then we'll be at 8 o'clock right on the dot.
Is that true? Or if we find out tonight the results of that game,
I don't know if they'll push it up.
Are we going to push it up?
I don't know if they will or not.
Okay. But it's scheduled right now is for 8 o'clock. Tentatively speaking.
Yep, and here come the Blues.
So here comes the umpires. We're going to take a break and run some commercials. Give them their due.
Why don't you go ahead and do the starting lineup?
For the visiting team, Medina Valley Panthers, Elena Gonzalez leading off playing shortstop. Mackenzie Viejo playing left field and batting second. In the number 3 hole, the third baseman, Ariel Chichester. In the 4th hole, the designated player, Avery Nash. In the 5th hole and playing first base, Alyssa Montez. Batting 6th and doing the catching this evening, Kaylee Upton. Batting 7th and playing center field, Morgan Castiglione. Batting 8th and playing second base, Amethyst Valenzuela. Batting 9th and playing right field, Aubrey Dominguez. And the flex player inside the circle for tonight, Lissy Salazar. For the home team, Leander Lions. Batting first and playing shortstop, Madeline Strader. Batting second and playing right field, Madeline Lee. Batting third and in center field, Rachel Grundy. Batting fourth and playing second base, Taylor Porter. Batting fifth and playing third base, Caitlin Beckerly. Batting sixth and doing the catching, Emery Bell. Batting seventh and playing left field, Avery Bernard. Batting eighth, the designated player, Jayla McCall. Batting ninth, the first baseman, Kylie Arnold. And inside the circle, the pitcher, Scarlett Garing. Those are the starting lineups for both teams. Three-headed crew tonight here again, as it always is for the playoffs. And Jeff, let's hope that we don't recognize the umpires other than right now. Every game,
part of the field,
and had to recognize, every once in a while a play or two. But nevertheless, they ended up getting it all right. So we'll see. So, Jeff, do we want to take a commercial break and come back for the first pitch?
But we're struggling we're struggling with our stream right now.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and run some commercials, and hopefully it'll pick it up. Go ahead and send us off.
So, with that said, Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's three-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks, plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash, and $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with $0.99. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
House Moving and Construction is a fourth-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Have you ever been in a car accident? Was your car taken to a body shop? Or maybe an impound yard? Perhaps a major repair that's too costly. Even if this happened 2 years ago, Lone Star Towing is interested in buying all junk, wrecked, and abandoned vehicles. The process of getting you paid and that vehicle out of there is quick and easy. Call Lone Star Towing today at 210-777-0585.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California.
Go to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from social media or at medinaec.org.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. You can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Big State Electric is raising the bar in the San Antonio electrical industry. Working with local and forward-thinking companies, we are changing the downtown skyline with beautiful and innovative buildings. As well as working with local universities, we are revolutionizing academic sports with cutting-edge and high-tech electrical solutions. Join us as we light up the future one project at a time. Big State Electric, competence and quality since 1966. Supporting San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and the Gulf Coast region.
Like you, we love calling this home. Castroville State Bank has been serving the Medina Valley area for over 63 years by providing the best financial products, modern technology, and customer service. Not only are we the local bank you can rely on for all your financial needs, but we are also your neighbors, giving back to the community we grew up in and love. Come home to Castroville State Bank.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and
high school sports improve students' physical and mental health. Encourage your son or daughter to get involved. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company.
All right, mark your calendars. The 2024 UIL State Softball Tournament takes place May 28th through June 1st at Red and Charlene McCombs Field on the University of Texas at Austin campus. Schedule, spectator, and ticket information can be found at uiltexas.org/softball. Again, that's uiltexas.org/softball.
For the Panthers, the top three: Gonzalez, Vallejo, Chichester. Middle three: Nash, Montez, Upton. Bottom three: Castiglione, Valenzuela, and Dominguez. Inside the circle for the home team, Leander Lions: Scarlett Garin, Bell behind the plate, Arnold at first, Porter at second, Beckerly at third, Strader at short. Grundy in center, flanked by Bernard in left and Lee in right field. Elena Gonzalez will step in and lead off for the Medina Valley Panthers tonight. Best of three series, round two.
Maury, last I checked, the boys baseball team that is playing a series against Brackenridge Eagles over at SAISD's game one today, they were ahead 2-1 in the fifth inning. So I'm going to check on that again, though, and try to keep everybody updated.
First pitch from Guerin is a strike called over the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Arnold and Beckerly charging in hard from first and third base, respectively. Infield playing way in, Jeff.
The coaches were there and watched our series.
And a base hit down the line. Gonzalez with a leadoff single down the third base line. Great hit ball.
Yeah, I know. They pitched her inside. She turned on it and pulled it down the line, but she slipped a little bit first base. The field is wet. It is turf, but it is wet. That sub, it may have dried a little bit on the surface, but underneath it is wet. The boys are up 2-1 in the top of the seventh right now. They are batting in the top of the seventh. So, Maury, you were joking
For
on
the
the way
ground out.
on the way over here. We stopped at SAISD to help Dwayne get going over there, and you joked that it was going to be a pretty quick game. They're at 2 hours right now. So, baseball game that goes 2 hours. That's pretty quick.
So Gonzalez has sacrificed a set.
What is this, her 11th game or so that she's coached now? We know that she likes to play a little small ball, but with a team like Leander, at some point you're going to have to open it up.
Swing and a miss, evens the count at 1-1.
Let's try to get a run on the board early, but at some point, you're going to have to try to score with these guys. Panthers are up actually 3-1. It's 3-1. The boys, the baseball team, top of the 7th.
The 1-1 pitch. Off the plate, 2-1.
So this pitcher, Maury, is not nearly as quick as the one we faced at Alamo Heights. I would say she's 5 to 8 miles an hour slower.
Ground ball up the middle. Shortstop cuts it off. Throw to first. Good scoop by the first baseman for the out. Straighter to Arnold for out number 2. Gonzalez moves up 60 more feet and now is at third base. 6-3 if you're scoring at home for the second out of the inning. Avery Nash steps to the plate now for the Panthers. Good job of Strader at shortstop, showing some range there. First pitch to Nash is a strike called, 0-1.
It's a good take there by Nash. That pitch is on the outside half of the plate.
And just notice right now, as you said, Jeff, Guerin is not going to overpower any batter tonight.
No. And they've had a lot of high-scoring games.
The 0-1.
That's a curveball. That one started in right at Nash, and I saw that sucker break, and it broke right over the heart of the plate. So, good curveball.
0-2 is the count now to Nash, with Gonzalez at third with 2 outs. The 0-2. Tries to go outside and does, but it's too far outside. Going to move the count to 3-1. Excuse me, to 1-2.
I was going to say, I missed a pitch or two.
Or 2, yeah. I was hoping 3-1, and it's just the opposite. It's 1-2. The pitch lifted into shallow center field. Center fielder going over towards the right field and makes the play on the run. That was Grundy out there for the fly out. F8 if you're scoring at home for the third out of the inning. So a leadoff single and then a sacrifice, but Gonzalez is stranded at third base. No score through half an inning. Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Dotson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dotson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling. Strader, Lee, Grundy, the top 3. Porter, Beckerly, Bell, the middle 3. Bernard, McCall, Arnold, the bottom 3. The Panthers will set up shop with Salazar inside the circle. Upton behind the plate. Montez at first. Valenzuela second. Chichester third. Gonzalez short. Castiglione in center field, flanked and left by Vallejo and right Dominguez. Shortstop number 8, Madeline Strader steps to the plate. Left-handed batter. First is the lefty inside the circle. First pitch from Salazar is outside, ball 1. Chichester a couple of steps in at third. Montez actually playing deep at first. foul ball down the third baseline, evens the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Strike called. 1-2. That ball is lifted in the center field. That's going to be over. Castiglione. Strader will go to second base. A bad bounce off the wall. Strader will be waved into third base and lead off triple. Went a little bit opposite direction there, left center for the triple. And Jeff, she just went right where that pitch was thrown.
The pitch was up in the zone. Pitch was up in the zone, and she just hit it. She made good contact, hit it, drove it where she needed to drive it to.
And it's kind of a corrugated fence, and it went off the fence a little strange because Castiglione was there and the bounce took it away from her.
And it's obvious right there that she was not a traditional slap hitter, so we probably played her a little too shallow. She was more of a...
That was a pretty good slap.
That's right. She's a left-handed hitter.
Another lefty in the lineup, Madeline Lee, up to the plate.
Now, this is more of a traditional slap hitter, as you saw what she did right there, just trying to poke at it.
Takes that pitch for ball 1-0. Lee, the right fielder tonight for the Lions. The 1-0 pitch. Bunts it, but it's going to be foul. Count's going to move to 1-1.
It's like the boys have gone to the bottom of the bottom of the seventh. I think they're up 4-1.
Do a good job of Mr. Krieger pitching for the Panthers. That ball is bunted. Upton with it. She catches it in the air. Great job by Upton getting after that.
Great play by Upton.
F2 for out number 1. And Jeff, right there, she tried to slap that bunt for a hit?
No, that was a bunt. She would look like they had a safety squeeze on there. Because the runner
froze when it got in the air.
Yeah, good job of base running by the
exactly.
runner.
So now Rachel Grundy steps to the plate, center fielder for the Lions. First pitch is down low, 1-0. Let's see if both pitchers can strand a runner here at third base in the first inning. Grundy wakes the 1-0 from Salazar. Ball is lifted back into the screen, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Bunched out one. Salazar, no play. Throws it first. It gets away. And that wet field, but the ball gets by Dominguez. Grundy will be raised all the way around to third. Throw in, goes to third base. So Salazar fielded it, threw it to first. It got away from the first baseman. 1 run scored. Grundy will go all the way around on the error. 2-base error.
No. There were 2 errors.
There were 2 errors, yes.
There was an error on the throw, and then there was an error on the right fielder by letting it get past her. So 2 errors on the play. Allows the runner to go all the way to third. And, more importantly, the run scores.
So 1-0 now is your score as Taylor Porter steps in. First pitch to Porter is ball 1-0. And Jeff, once again, when Grundy tried to take her turn, her feet slipped out of her there at first base. That's the third. That's a shot right up the middle. Another run will score. That's an RBI for Porter. And a run scored for Grundy.
So worst possible scenario, obviously, Maury. You're down 2 runs already. You played for 1 run in the first. You didn't get it done. You come back in the bottom of the first, and they're taking advantage as they put pressure on the defense. 2 errors have led to 2 runs.
Third baseman Caitlin Buckerly steps to the plate now for the Lions. Porter is your runner at first with 1 out. Strike called, 0-1.
Still 1 out in the inning.
Just off the plate. Count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, runner at first. Lions have scratched 2 runs across here in the bottom half of the first and lead 2-0. Buckley awaits the pitch. Ball is fouled off of her ankle. 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. One-two pitch is down low. Good job by Upton blocking that ball. Keeps the runner from advancing. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch off the plate, full count. Full count to Beckerly. Porter the runner at first. The payoff pitch. Ball is lifted in the infield. Gonzalez camps under it and makes the play at shortstop for out number 2.
Good pitch there by Lisi. She couldn't afford to have another bad one.
Nope. Catcher Emery Bell steps to the plate now for the Lions. Ball is outside and high. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. One pitch. A little nubber in front of the mound. Good job, Lissy, fielding that for the pop out for out number 3. For the Lions in that inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 big Panther errors. After 1 complete, it's Leander 2, Medina Valley 0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company. Panthers trail 2-0 here. Start of the second. Panthers will send to the plate Montez, Upton, and Castiglione. 5, 6, and 7. Guerin back in there in the circle for the Lions. First, second inning of work. First pitch to Listen. That's popped up out of play. 0-1. That ball bounces in there. It lost the grip on that one, it looked like Guerin did. Count moves to 1-1. The 1-1 to Montez. Lifted down the first base line, but falls in foul ball territory. Count moves to 1-2.
Maury, the clouds have rolled back in.
Yes, they have.
Not too threatening just yet.
No, you can still see the sun. One and two to Montez. And the pitch. Ball bounces in. 2-2. Montez, couple practice swings, steps back in. Awaits a 2-2 pitch. In on the knees, ball 3. Lions fans wanted that call, but it was in tight over the belt buckle of Montez for ball 3, full count.
It almost looked like she tried to stick her knee out to hit her. And then she thought twice about it.
Payoff pitch. Shot into right field. Right fielder goes back a couple steps, and Lee makes the play. F9 for out number 1. Kaylee Upton steps to the plate now for the Panthers. First pitch to Upton is a strike call. That looked a little high. That was that was chin high on Upton. But nevertheless, strike called. 0-1. The 1-0 changeup bounces in there. Count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. That ball bounces in there. 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike to Upton. The pitch. That backs her off. 3-1.
Curveball. She starts that curveball right at you. And if you're not looking for it, it's pretty brutal.
3 balls and 1 strike. Just need some base runners any way possible. (3-1) off the plate, ball 4. So 1 out walk issued to Upton. Morgan Castiglione now steps to the plate for the Panthers. Morgan got that 7th inning rally going for the Panthers in game 3 against the Alamo Heights Mules. Actually got 2 hits in that inning. First pitch to Castiglione. That's a shot over third base, but foul. Tried to poke that one in for a base hit over the third baseman, but just
almost
a little
got it
foul.
Done. Almost got it done. Welcome to those of y'all that have tuned in to watch the Medina Valley boys baseball team win their first game of the series against the Brackenridge Eagles, 4-1.
Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Castiglione. Upton the runner at first with 1 out. Panthers trail 2-0 here in the top of the second. That ball bounces in. 2 balls and 1 strike. Guerin having a hard time throwing strikes here.
Mario, we got a message on here that says it's Grundy, not Grundy. I don't know the difference. Maybe it's Grundy?
That's a base hit over the second baseman. It's Grundy.
I don't know. She says it's Grundie, not Dee. So it's Grundy?
Grundy, okay.
Grundy? Hope that's right, Miss Nickel. We're trying to get it right here.
So 1 out single for Castiglione. Second hit of the ball game for the Panthers. Runners at first and second for Amethyst Valenzuela. Pitch is inside, ball 1, 1-0.
It's that curveball again. She's trying to get in there that the Leander fans are not real happy about. Not getting that call, but, it is curving, and it is a curveball, so it's kind of curving around the plate.
The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
I'm sure there's going to be times where she's going to get that pitch right over the inside corner like she wants. There's a hero of last week's series.
The 1-1.
That's that curveball. See, he's not giving it to
tight,
her.
2-1.
But it's heading at him, and it's if she starts it too far inside, it's not catching that corner. But when she gets that ball, when she starts it off right at their elbow, now it's coming in there and getting it. So the last couple of pitches, she hasn't got that call because it's really not.
2 balls and 1 strike.
Oh, umpire's already warning the fans about the strike and ball calls.
You know what, Jeff? We've all umpired before, but you got to be able to take a little bit of that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not on his side right now.
No, that's true.
You got to be able to take a little bit.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous to have a thin skin like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
But it's in our favor right now. So
that's beside the point. I don't care whose favor it's in. 2-1 pitch is ball low, 3-1. It's not like it's in their favor. The pitches are balls.
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean, he's calling the right pitches. They're just frustrated with it.
Yeah. Well, it's
3-1. Amethyst has to be looking for something dead red here. And that wasn't the one. That was a little outside. It was a strike, but it was a little off the plate. Full count now to Amethyst.
Well, and that's, like we've always talked about, first 2 innings, first inning, early in the game, you want to try to establish what strike zone that umpire is going to give you.
Payoff pitch. Ground ball is short. Shortstop taking it herself over in time for the double play. 6 unassisted retires Castiglione from going to second base for out number 2. And then 6-3 on the double play put out for out number 3. For the Panthers in that inning, no runs on 1 hit. They'll leave a runner. We head to the bottom of the second. Panthers trail 2-0. Panthers softball will continue here in just a moment.
Rusty Rooster at 806 Highway 90 West in Castroville is the place to stop on your way home from work or to drop by on the weekend to grab some beverages without ever leaving your truck. Rusty Rooster, the place in Castroville for quenching your thirst from sun up to sundown. Drive through today. Fast, convenient. That's Rusty Rooster, 806 Highway 90 West in Castroville. After all, anything goes till the rooster crows.
With Broadway Bank, your everyday banking is fast, easy, and digital. And now you can bank local and earn $300 when you open a new free checking account online with qualifying activities. Enjoy the convenience of a Texas-based bank with lots of local financial centers and an award-winning online and mobile banking experience that lets you bank when you want. Learn more about this limited time offer at broadway.bank/300. Minimum opening deposit is $25. Offer subject to change without notice. Terms and conditions apply. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company. Bernard, McCall, and Arnold, 7, 8, and 9 in the order for the Lions as they bat here with a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Ball bounces in for ball 1-0.
We talk a lot when Lisi's in the circle about if she has her good stuff or not, Maury, and so far it's kind of iffy so far.
1-0 pitch.
Of course, she should have been out of that, or could have been out of that inning with 1 run scored if you'd have got the out, but 2 errors in the inning led to 2 runs.
2 balls and no strikes. To Bernard, the left fielder for the Lions.
At least it wasn't like last week's game 1.
Ball is lifted down the first base line in foul ball territory. Valenzuela with the play in foul ball territory for the put out. F4 if you're scoring at home for the first out in the inning. That's going to bring up the designated player, Jayla McCall. And Jeff, we try to get these names right, and if I know how it's pronounced, if I go over it, I kind of spell it, write it like how it's pronounced, and I got to apologize for the. But I'm just doing my best the way I thought it was.
She said that is correct. It's Grundy.
Okay.
And she is the grandmother from Ohio watching. You're welcome, ma'am. Glad we could bring you into it. I know it's lagging. We have a very poor signal here in San Marcos, but we'll do what we can to get it.
Pitch is outside off the plate. And I don't know what the count is. I was talking about it, and the scoreboard ain't been right the whole time.
Let me see. I don't think it's 3-1.
No, it ain't 3-1. It ain't been right.
2-0 maybe.
It ain't been right the whole time. That's when I'd rather not even have it on.
Well, that's going to be a
strike called. Home plate umpire is frustrated because he used to say it, give the signal every time, and now he ain't giving anything.
Yeah.
So he's aggravated. Pitch from Salazar is outside.
Leander fans shouldn't.
3-1.
Good thing they weren't at our last series.
Oh my! And would have got what we got. Oh my Lord! They would have been thrown out in the first 2 pitches. Ball 4, so a 1-out walk. Well, they would have got thrown out in the first 2 pitches because he called 2 illegal pitches off Medina Valley right off the bat.
Yeah, first batter of the game walked on 2 pitches.
Kylie Arnold now steps to the plate, the first baseman for the Lions. McCall, your runner at first with 1 out. Pitch backs Arnold off under the letters.
Lisi's version of her curveball, which started out inside and finished inside, was not close.
So 1 ball and no strikes to Arnold.
Is this the 9-hole?
Yes. Number 9. First baseman. Pitch is off the plate, 2-0. Pitch outside, 3-0.
You better use one of your timeouts here pretty quick to talk to the pitcher. As
3-0.
Top of the order coming up next.
Breeze is starting to pick up a little bit here.
Feels good out here.
3-0. Swing and a miss, 3-1.
Green light on 3-0.
Number 9 hitter. Must know something we don't.
Yeah.
So 3 balls and 1 strike now to Arnold. With McCall at first, 1 out. 3-1, swing and a miss, full count. Good job by Lissy coming back from a 3-0 count. Fills it up now. Let's see if she can make the complete comeback here and retire Arnold. Payoff pitch.
That's a double
Gonzalez
ball.
catches it.
Yeah.
And a second, no, the ball was a little low.
Oh, almost had a double play ball there.
But a good job by Gonzalez, fielding that and right off the turf. F6, he was scoring at home for the second out of the inning. Head back to the top of the order in Madeline Strader. Strader led off the game with a triple and scored the first run of the ball game.
Going to have probably the flex entering. Is that number 3?
Yes.
Is she in the game already?
No.
Okay, so you're going to have a pinch runner.
Yep.
Pinch runner now for the DP is number 3. We'll get you a name here in a minute, as they're at the top of the order now.
With Strader at the plate. That's Cameron Beckerly, the pinch runner at first.
Good first pitch, and
might be her sister Caitlin, that's the third baseman, as they're both Beckerleys. So Cameron is the pinch runner now. First pitch is inside, ball 1, 1-0.
Bunted foul. 1-1 now. And this is the one.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner at first.
Yeah, and thank you for the message. We know the video's choppy. It's we just get poor signal out here. I've turned it down. I've turned everything down I can, but it's as good as the video's going to get.
1-1 pitch is high, 2-1. Don't have a name for that number, but
yeah, thank you,
we
Mr.
appreciate
Number,
it.
that texted Maury. We're getting the messages. I've tried to refresh it. Can't do much about a signal. Maybe I'll talk to San Marcos tonight and see if they've got a Wi-Fi, guest Wi-Fi we can get on tomorrow.
The 2-1 pitch to Salazar. Ground ball to Gonzalez at short. Flips it to second for the putout. Woo. That's a fielder's choice going down for Strader. McCall will be retired 6-4 for out number 3.
Good inning for the Panthers.
In that inning, no runs on no hits. 1 left on base. We're through 2 innings. Scores 2-0 in favor of Leander. Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company. Panthers will send to the plate 9, 1, and 2. Dominguez, Gonzalez, and Vallejo.
They do have Wi-Fi out here, Maury. They're going to give me the
password or the
but
whatever it
they
takes.
said the signal's not great, but I'm actually not even seeing it. It's not even popping up. So it must be pretty.
First
pretty
pitch to Dominguez is
it's not even showing
high
up.
and inside, ball 1, 1-0.
If Panthers can get a leadoff base runner.
Ball low, 2-0. Well, they had one in the first inning and didn't score.
Yep.
Two balls and no strikes to AD. Guerin with the pitch. Outside, 3-0. venture to say, Jeff, anything close, and they're not going to get a call, I don't think.
Not right now.
3-0 to AD. As Dominguez waits the pitch from Guerin. Bluffs the bunt, pulls it back, ball 4. So didn't have a leadoff hit, but a leadoff walk. The Panthers will send it back to the top of the order with Elena Gonzalez, who led off the ball game with a single, but was stranded at third. In tight at the corners are Arnold at third and Beckerly at first. Arnold at first, Beckerly at third. Gonzalez fakes the bunt, pulls it back, takes that pitch for a ball. Ball 1. That's five straight balls to start this inning from Guerin. The 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. Getting some words of encouragement from Strader and Beckerly. Now Guerin gathers herself back in the circle. A 2-0 pitch to Gonzalez. Taken all the way. Strike call, 2-1.
That's a good take.
Yes, it was.
Enough 7 balls in a row.
Two and 1 to Gonzalez. Dominguez the runner at first. Nobody out. Did she go on that one?
No.
Yes, they did. They said out there. She tried to get away from it.
Who did he was asking this guy.
No,
he asked the guy out there?
But the one behind second made the call.
Did he? Okay.
Yes. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Gonzalez.
She squared around, quite a long time, but then she dove out of the way. It looked like she pulled it back. And you were getting the hit signal, whatever signal's coming from the coach. But you still now, you don't have a runner in scoring position. You got 1 out. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. She said she slipped past the base. First stolen base attempt we've had, Maury, in the playoffs. And she had the base stolen, but she slid past the base. Well, the luck.
Well, give Strader credit for keeping the tag on her.
He did.
And we've seen, Jeff, several players already slip going around.
Yeah.
Around first, you have a wet field. You don't expect to slide that far, and she just slid past the base and couldn't maintain possession.
Yep.
So it's actually a caught stealing, 2-6 for the out. For out number 2. That pitch is a strike call. Evens it counted 1-1 to Vallejo. McKenzie laid down a perfect sacrifice bunt in the first inning. So she is 0 for.
Boy, the luck.
Yes, exactly.
Had the base stolen. He finally stole one.
The 1-1 pitch is outside, 2-1. Strike call.
Was a lot better.
The 2-2. Ground ball, but foul. Count stays at 2-2. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Panthers trail 2-0 as they bat here in the top of the 3rd. As Jeff mentioned, I want to congratulate the baseball team as they took game 1 against the Brackenridge Eagles via the score of 4-1. Ground ball is shortstop. Strader over to Arnold at first for the out. 6-3 for out number 2. If you're scoring no runs on no hits, nobody left on base, we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Panthers trail 2-0. Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company. Panthers will send to the plate Lee, Grundy, and Porter. 2, 3, and 4 in the inning. Lee popped up to the catcher her first at bat, so she is 0 for 1. Lissy Salazar out there for her third inning of work for the Panthers. In that baseball game, Jaden Krieger got the win for the Panthers. He pitched 1-run ball through the 7 innings.
He pitched all 7, huh?
So good job for the Panthers.
He pitched all 7?
I'm almost sure he did.
Oh.
If I stand corrected, someone can send me it. The ball was hit in the gap in between center and left field. So a leadoff double for the Lions. It'll bring up the center fielder, Rachel Grundy.
So
Rachel reached on an error her first at bat, so she is 0 for 1.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Do you think that Leander plays on turf and that's why they're not slipping and falling? Because I haven't seen one of their girls slip and fall.
Yeah, they did. When we made the 2 errors in the inning, the gal slipped. Their cleanup batter slipped around first base. Or actually, this was Grundy who slipped around first when she hit the ball and lost her footing. So 1 ball and no strikes. Lead the runner at second. It's a shot right over to second baseman. Valenzuela, what a play under there as she comes up with that. Robs Grundy of a base hit. Good job by Amethyst. F4, you're scoring at home for out number 1. Taylor Porter now steps to the plate. Porter singled and drove in the second run of the ball game for the Lions. So she is 1 for 1 with an RBI.
Well, she got her worker gloves on.
And also scored the second run. So she is 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored. So the 0-1 pitch. It's outside, gets a little away from it. That's going to be a wild pitch. That ball was in the dirt. And Lee moves up 60 feet closer.
Yeah, that's the more important thing. I mean, she was reading that pitch out of her hand because there was no hesitation when that ball hit the ground.
I stand to be corrected. Grundy scored the second run of the ball game off the RBI for Porter. So Porter is 1 for 1 with a run scored. With an RBI. There's a ball out in left field. I don't know how it got there.
Left field?
Right field.
Right field. Oh, somebody in the bullpen or something, or maybe some kids playing around over there.
So 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. Porter is the batter. 1 for 1 with an RBI. Pitch is off the plate, 2-1.
Once again, I know everybody's on here griping about the signal and the choppy signal. We can't do anything about it. We've even looked at logging into their Wi-Fi, and their Wi-Fi is not popping up, so it's not much stronger. So we're doing the best we can.
2-1 pitch. Popped up, going to be out of play. Count's going to move to 2-2.
Oh, now it's popping. Oh, yeah, it's popping up now, but it's only got, the Wi-Fi out here has only got 1 bar. So we're better off with 4 bars with our hotspot.
2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out.
I will try to
Runner
refresh
at
it
third.
again after this inning.
Strike called, strikeout for out number 2. Let's see if Salazar can strand Lee at third base here. As Caitlin Beckerly steps to the plate now. She popped up to the shortstop, so she is 0 for 1.
So it was confirmed. Krieger threw a complete 2-hit game. Good job, Mr. Krieger.
Ball is lifted in the right center field. Dominguez and Castiglione going for it. Castiglione makes the play.
Well, that's
in the outfield.
And those two,
F8 for
those
out
two
number
have played
3.
out there before together. So, but you're out of the inning.
No runs on no hits. A leadoff double does not fruition into any runs. We go to the top of the 4th. Panthers trail 2-0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company. Panthers will send to the plate 3-4-5 to Chester, Nash, and Montez. Ariel grounded out to the shortstop, 0 for 1. Guerin back out there for her 4th inning of work for the Lions.
Well, we tried to refresh, so I hope the signal gets a little better for everybody out there.
First pitch to Chester. Strike called. 0-1.
That was a floater. That was a changeup.
Yes. The 0-1 pitch. Ball is lifted, foul out of play. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch, swing and a miss. Strikeout for out number 1. That's the first strikeout of Panther batters. Avery Nash steps to the plate. Nash flew out to the center fielder, her first at bat, so she is 0 for 1. This is one for the Panthers here, Jeff, that can cut this lead in half here with one swing of the bat.
Well, it's just, we've been getting base runners, so keep working at it. Eventually you'll get one of them base runners home.
First pitch to Avery is outside, ball 1, 1-0. Guerin checks the pitch chart on the wrist. The 1-0 pitch. In tight under the chin, ball 2, 2-0.
Used to call that chin music.
Sweet chin music, huh?
Mm.
The 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. Take runners any way we can get them.
Anyway?
Anyway. So the 3-0 pitch. Right down the middle is 3-1. Still got to be selective here. Still want to get something over the inner part of the plate.
Yeah, if you're Nash, you still want to hit one that's in your wheelhouse.
Absolutely.
You don't want to swing defensively.
And a 3-1. And that one, she took a rip at that one. Fills up the count at full.
She may have hurt herself on that one.
Avery wasn't cheated on that swing.
So full count now.
So Guerin has fought back from a 3-0 to full count. See who wins the battle here. Payoff pitch. Ball is lifted. It's going to carry out of play. Foul. Back behind home plate. Count's going to stay full. Full count once again. Guerin delivers low, much to the chagrin of the Lion fans, but that is ball 4. Third walk of the ball game for the Panthers. That's going to bring up Alyssa Montez. Montez flew out to Lee in right field to start inning number 2, so she is 0 for 2. Montez is one of the Panther players that with one swing of the bat can tie this ball game with the runner at first. Takes that pitch in tight, 1-0.
She likes to throw that inside curveball early.
But not too often has it been for a strike.
No, he hadn't been giving her that pitch.
That ball is down low, 2-0.
He has been giving her that outside corner, and you would think that they would try to take more advantage of that, when you're getting that pitch call.
I'd like to see her put one on the outside part of the plate because that's where Montez likes it.
Yeah.
2-0. That's a pitch
that was
foul back down the first base line. 2-1. That was one Alyssa usually puts in play.
Yeah, but, opposite of last week's game, these outfielders are pretty athletic and can get the balls pretty quick.
2-1 pitch. Ball is lifted. That's going to be out of play once again. Count's going to move to 2-2.
So good job by the pitcher. But there you go. She's attacking that outside half of the plate now. And she got 2 foul balls and got right back into this count.
Alyssa, a couple of practice swings. Now gathers herself back in. Awaits a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball back to the screen. Count stays at 2-2. Kind of got her off on the front footer there.
That was that changeup. She threw her changeup there. I got a feeling she'll come back with a high fastball here, even though it's not fast. But that's kind of the way she pitched Chichester in her last at bat.
2-2 pitch. Wow, that's rocketed but foul.
That was that curveball. She came back with that curveball inside.
And Montez turned on that one. It's a good thing it was up in the air because if it was a line drive, it might have hurt somebody.
Yeah, it would have hurt somebody.
I think Montez has her somewhat figured out, but we'll see. Count still 2-2. That's a shot down the right field line. Right fielder in and makes the play on the run. Good job by Lee out there in right field.
Yeah, see that one, you knew that was an out when she hit it because that right fielder had a jump on it, and it was comfortable for her to get to that ball.
Well, and they kept going away, and Alyssa kept going with the pitch.
Yeah.
But the right fielder just had a great jump. Lee out there showing good range with the feet. Upton now steps to the plate. Upton is 0-4. She walked but was stranded on the bases. Ball is lifted back into the screen. 0-1.
They definitely have a solid defense. Well coached, solid defense. Doesn't seem like they're going to let many balls hit the ground, so you're going to have to earn everything you get from them. One of the things, you got to start making solid contact.
The 0-1. High, 1-1.
Pitcher's done a good job keeping the bats off balance.
Nash is your runner at first. 1 out walk. Now stands there at first with 2 outs. The catcher Upton at the plate. The 1-1 pitch. The ball is lifted on foul ball territory. Second baseman. What a range by the second baseman. Porter on the run makes the play. F4, he was scoring at home for out number 3. So the 1 out walk doesn't turn into anything for the Panthers in that inning. No runs on no hits. They'll leave a runner after 3.5 complete. It's Medina Valley 0, Leander 2. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Have you ever been in a car accident? Was your car taken to a body shop? Or maybe an impound yard? Perhaps a major repair that's too costly. Even if this happened 2 years ago, Lone Star Towing is interested in buying all junk, wrecked, and abandoned vehicles. The process of getting you paid and that vehicle out of there is quick and easy. Call Lone Star Towing today at 210-777-0585.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company. The Lions will send to the plate Bell, Bernard, and McCall, 6, 7, and 8. Bell popped up to the pitcher, so she is 0 for 1. Montez, what a play in foul ball territory. Going horizontal, Montez, to bring that ball in for the out. Great play. Blue star on there for Alyssa Montez. F3 for out number 1.
And that may have been out of your camera view, but Alyssa went horizontal to get that one.
Avery Bernard now steps to the plate. Bernard popped up to the second baseman for her lone at bat, so she is 0 for 1. What the Panthers need here, need Lissy to have a 1-2-3 inning. Pitch is outside, ball 1, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Did that hit her?
That hit her.
Hit her on the lead elbow. And that hit by pitch is sponsored by your State Farm agent, Hazel Russell. As accidents happen, as do hit by pitches, your State Farm agent will be there. Timeout called by Coach Perez. As McCall, the designated player, waits, step into the box. McCall, no official at bats as she walked, but was doubled up in the inning. So she is 0-4, but reached base safely.
Yeah, Lisi hadn't had her best stuff tonight, but she's managed to get through the last 3 innings.
Yep.
The 2 errors hurt. Well, I mean, you'd have gotten 1 run no matter what, but the 2 errors then hurt because that's how they got,
you the second run. Exactly.
So she's done a good job. So right now I'm assuming that the coach from Leander will be probably playing a little small ball here, considering the Panthers have not shown anything at the plate yet to put anything together anyway.
So McCall steps in. Bernard, the runner at first with 1 out. Let's see if they put a runner in motion. He said they like to steal.
Yeah, they may do that too. That may be the other thing they will try to do. Some, not sure how well this young lady bunts, the DP. She is not bunting.
Pitch is high, ball 1, 1-0. One ball and no strikes. Runner at first, 1 out. Panthers in a 2-0 hole. The 1-0 pitch is a strike called, 1-1.
We will be here again tomorrow, no matter what, and baseball will
Same
have
place, different time.
Baseball will have a game at home tomorrow. So I hope
strike called, 1-2.
If you can't get out to Panthers Stadium, Kemp Field tomorrow, you can tune us both in. I think the baseball game time is 7 o'clock. And we are supposed to go at 8 o'clock.
The 1-2 pitch that bounces in. Good job by Upton.
Good job by Kaylee.
Sliding out there, stopping that ball from going to the backstop.
We always like to have an elevated position so we can see, but that looked like that changeup.
So
from Lisi.
2-2. The pitch. Foul back into the screen. Count stays 2-2.
Yeah, this cell service is bad down here, Mark. I got one bar on my phone. I'm trying to pull up, see if I can find the Southwest scores.
I got 2, but it's flickering. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. Leander bats here in the bottom of the 4th with a 2-0 lead. That's high, check swing, no go. Full count.
In the second game?
I was right again.
Oh, nobody said you weren't right.
You were arguing with.
I wasn't arguing. Said it hadn't been done. But yeah, so Southwest is currently losing. They lost game 1 6-2, I think she said, and they're down 4-2 right now in game 2. So if Liberty Hill completes the sweep, Medina Valley will play at 6 o'clock
6 tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
So full count still as McCall has fouled off 2 pitches now, 2 full count pitches to stay alive here in this at bat. Bernard is the runner at first. Payoff pitch once again. Outside as McCall wins that battle. Runners move to second and McCall at first. Kylie Arnold at the plate now. Arnold popped up to Gonzalez, her first at bat, so she is 0 for 2. Coach Driver giving out signals to her runners on the bases.
Down here at the bottom of the order now, we may see a bunt here.
So Bernard at second with a hit by pitch. McCall at first with a walk. 1 out. First pitch in tight, ball 1. Boy, that was in tight on Arnold, and she never flinched. That's surprising because that ball was close. Braver than I am standing in there.
I wouldn't be able to see it.
The 1-0 pitch. That ball bounces in, 2-0. And Jeff, the question now, how long do you leave Lissy out there?
This is the last batter. If you've got somebody warmed up.
Well, I don't think you do. I didn't see.
I don't. Well, both of your other pitchers are out on the field.
Yep.
So, if it comes to that.
2-0 pitch. Strike call, 2-1.
Of course, the best thing right here is for Lisi to pitch us into a double play.
Absolutely. The 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. It's going to get dangerous here because he's going to turn it back to the top of the order. And Strader has hit the ball hard both times. Has a run scored to show. 3-1 pitch. Ball is check swung, foul out of play, 3-2. Strikeout would be huge right here, Jeff.
Strikeout would be really nice, but just get something in play, let your fielders do the work.
Your best pitch here now, Lissy. Full count. The pitch, high, ball 4. So a hit by pitch and 2 walks have loaded the bases. We turn it back to the top of the order in Madeline Strader. Strader tripled to lead off the ball game and scored the first run.
Not making a move.
And then a fielder's choice.
Dangerous right here. Going to have a pinch runner, it looks like, number 20.
As Strader awaits the bat. Kendall Akers is your pinch runner at first. First pitch to Strader is outside, ball 1, 1-0.
Yeah, Lisi is not close right now. Really needs to find that groove.
Bases full of lines. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Hey, that'll help. Get you a good swing and a miss. High fastball. Interesting now that we're now not playing her to slap hit anymore. We're playing her deep.
Well, I think they learned after that first at bat.
Yeah. That's what happens when you. I mean,
when you
this
rope
one's not,
one.
yeah, well, this one's not a slap hitter. She is a left-handed hitter.
The 1-1 pitch is outside, 2-1.
Lacey's got some movement on her curveball today, but she just can't hit that spot like she has been so often.
And Jeff, the fielders are playing in to cut the play off at the run off at the plate, as they are in at every position. 2-1 pitch, a shot right up the middle. 1 run will score. McCall will be raised. No, she'll hold up, and they got runners hung up. Oh, they throw it to third, and Chichester drops the ball. Oh, my. Bernard took a big turn at second.
All you had to
and
do.
McCall was being waved on from second all the way home, and then at the last minute, the coach stopped her. They had her hung up.
You cannot have mistakes like that and expect to play in a big-time game. You cut the runner off. The runner takes off. The shortstop has the ball. You run her all the way to third base, and there's 2 people there. One of them's out if you tag them.
But nevertheless, 1 run will score on the RBI to Strader.
Chichester's got to pick the ball up and throw it home because the girl from third took off for home. I mean, it's just knowing
She's going to get credited for 1 RBI. The other one will score on the error. We got a pitching change. Do we want to take a break, give our sponsors some time, or do we want to keep it here? And I think that we do have a sponsor for the pitching changes.
Hey, let's give we do have a pitching change sponsor, which is the
Peerless Equipment.
Peerless Equipment. Thank you, Peerless Equipment. But we have the Magnolia Filling Station, as Maury said earlier. Tomorrow night is Fiorella Friday. Go by the Magnolia Filling Station. They feature a dark roast and a Fiorella blend medium roast drip coffee. Lattes, iced lattes, cold brews, chai lattes, mochas, teas, and lemonades. Daily made from scratch pastries, muffins, cookies, cupcakes, and banana bread, just to name a few. A variety of sandwiches to include ham, turkey, Italian, and pimento cheese. Protein lunch boxes, English muffin breakfast sandwiches, and fresh fruit parfaits. Sit outside under the patio and enjoy the historic downtown Castroville atmosphere, or sit inside and visit with the friendly baristas and locals. Located at 1101 Fiorella Street in beautiful downtown Castroville.
Bernard and McCall score. Akers, the pinch runner, is at second. Strader at first. RBI for Strader. 2 hits in the ball game already. That ball is hit to third. Claire Bain feels it and makes the play, but the runners advance. Strader to second, Akers to third. 3 unassisted for out number 2. Changes in the field. Claire Bain has moved into first, and Alyssa Montez inside the circle. Rachel Grundy steps to the plate now. Grundy reached on an error and then popped up to the second baseman. So she is 0 for 2, but did score a run. So she is 0 for 2 with a run scored. And Jeff, on that previous play, Castiglione hit the cutoff just like she was supposed to, and you had her runner hung up in between second and third.
Yeah, I mean.
And the error on the play just allowed the second run. That's a base hit. That's going to be in the gap. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Grundy being waved around to third. The throw will be in short. She's going to be waved all the way home. Throw to the plate, not in time. Inside the park home run for Grundy. And Jeff, that was one that Castiglione had played just perfect. It hit one of those ripples in the fence out there and bounced straight away from her. That was just unfortunate right there. And 3 more runs have scored. It is now 7-0. Grundy with an inside the park home run, a 3-run home run. And my partner is speechless over here sitting beside me.
I have no words.
So Taylor Porter now steps to the plate. Taylor singled and drove in the second run of the ball game and is struck out, so she is 1 for 2 with an RBI.
Well, I think what I would say is that even at a 4-0, you really still had a shot.
We've came back from.
We've come down. Don't even say that.
Before.
Yes, we have. But It's just that right there. You got to tip your hat to them. She hit it off the wall, and it took a bounce. You can't do nothing about that.
Strike called 0-2. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's
Corrugated.
It's called corrugated, which got the little ripples like a metal seam roof. And it hit off of there and couldn't have went further away from Castiglione in center field than you could imagine. They had and the throw to the plate was actually good, but Grundy just got around the bases quick.
Fast.
So the ball is fouled off. It's going to be 0-2 still to Porter, as Taylor bats here with 2 outs and nobody on. Change up, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
2-2.
2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's what I get paying attention to the scoreboard.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I missed one.
And the 2-2 pitch. Ball is lifted in the infield. Amethyst caps under it and drops the ball at second base. Oh, my. Yeah. And, Jeff, she's moving backwards. If you need that's still her ball.
That's routine.
I mean, you got to make that play.
Yep.
So an E4 has a runner on with 2 outs. That's the 3rd error of the ball game for the Panthers. Caitlin Beckerly steps to the plate now. Caitlin popped up to the shortstop and to the center fielder, so she is 0 for 2. Outside, ball 1, 1-0.
No golf tournament this weekend, Maury?
No. Nope. The 1-0 pitch. Ball is lifted, foul out of play, 1-1. Nope, I'm going to relax and going to watch the Kentucky Derby. And, Jeff, every time I hear about the Derby or the Preakness or the Belmont, I get a tear in my eye about your dad.
I'm sure he's got a good seat.
You think he's going to place a wager up there in heaven? That's a base hit. That's going to be to the wall. Look at the speed as they're going to waver around. It's going to be another triple and an RBI as Porter will come in and score. Going to be an RBI for Buckerly. A triple on the play. Just went with that pitch to right center.
Well, that ball was not hit hard. But on turf, that ball's going to roll a lot faster, and it looked like we took some poor angles to get to it because, the ball wasn't hit that hard. But it got there, and she got to third base because they are not slow.
Beckerly showing good speed, and so did Taylor Porter all the way around from first. Swing and a miss as Emery Bell steps to the plate. Bell popped up to the pitcher and popped up to the first baseman, and Jeff, they've batted around. This was the gal that Montez made a great play the first out of the inning, going horizontal in foul ball territory. She is back up for the second time here in the 4th inning. If they played it 6 runs.
You know, the story of Medina Valley's season has been 1 inning. You know, the games that they have lost, they've had 1 bad inning. Some of the games they've won, they've had 1 bad inning, and they've been able to overcome them. But when you get into this, you get into the playoffs, you can't have those kinds of innings.
The 0-2 pitch is high, ball 1, 1-2. Beckerly stands at third. One-two pitch is fouled back to the screen. And Jeff, the inning started off good with Montez making a great play in foul ball territory. But then you had a hit by pitch, a walk to load the bases.
That's been the story. I mean, when we have the bad innings, it's walk, hit by pitch, error.
Then you had the single where you had him hung up in between second and third.
That was the big one.
Let him off the hook. Base hit. And, Jeff, it looked like Gonzalez was going towards the middle there. She kind of vacated her spot at shortstop. And that ball was hit right where she would have been standing as Bell comes through with a 2-out RBI. Drives in the 9th run of the ball game. Avery Bernard now steps to the plate. Bernard flew out to the second baseman, was hit by a pitch and come around and scored the first the third run of the ball game. So she is 0 for 1 with a run scored. It's a shot hit to the second baseman. Second baseman flips it over for the out at first. Going down as a fielder's choice for Bernard. Bell is retired. 4-6 for out number 3. But they send 11 players to the plate. Seven runs on 4 hits. 1 left on base. We go to the top of the 5th. Panthers trail 9-0. Panthers softball will continue in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. Panthers find themselves in a huge hole now, trailing 9-0 here as they come to bat in the top of the 5th. Panthers will send to the plate 7, 8, and 9. Castiglione, Valenzuela, and Dominguez. Morgan is 1 for 1 as she singled but was stranded on the base. No, she was actually doubled up on the bases. 6 unassisted and then 6-3 for the double play. So she is 1 for 1. So 7, 8, and 9 for the Panthers as they trail 9-0 here in the top of the 5th. Outside ball 1, 1-0.
See if we can't get something going positively.
Guerin out there for her 5th inning of work for the Lady Lions. One-zero pitch. Slap back into the screen. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Castiglione waits a 2-1 pitch. Foul back, 2-2. Jeff, this is one of those scenarios like you read before the ball game of scoring runs and runs scored. Panthers are going to have to score 10 runs here to win this ball game because they've given up 9. And what is their record when they don't give up?
35-0.
So the 2-2 pitch off the plate, full count.
35-0 whenever the opposing team does not score 10 runs or more.
Full count now as Castiglione waits the pitch. Guerin delivers. Ball is lifted foul down the third base line. Oh, what did they call her out for?
Stepped on the plate, I guess. That's what she's done multiple times this year.
So they're going to call Morgan Castiglione out.
Sometimes she lets that foot float a little bit.
Stepped on the plate. For out number 1. Valenzuela now steps to the plate. Amethyst grounded into the double play to end inning number 2. So she is 0 for 1. Ball is lined foul down the third base line. Down in the count now, 0-1. The 0-1 backs her off, 1-1. The 1-1. Ground ball to third. Third baseman bobbles it a little bit, but gathers herself. Good job by Beckerly staying with that ground ball. 5-3 for out number 2.
Pretty strong arm over there,
Absolutely.
too. She was flat-footed and threw a freaking rope.
So AD now steps to the plate. Dominguez is no official at bats as she walked. But then was retired on the fielder's choice, second to short. So no official at bats. AD takes that pitch low, ball 1.
I'm smelling the popcorn now. The wind change, or did they just get some popcorn?
I don't know, but it smells pretty good. No, they gave it to, well, no, I thought the ladies next to us had some.
No, they don't have no popcorn over here.
The 1-0 to Dominguez. Ground ball, shortstop fields it in the hole. Long throw over in time. Strader with a great play at shortstop, going into the hole. Opposite glove hand makes the play and retires Dominguez at first. 3 up, 3 down. Panthers go down in order. We head to the bottom of the 5th. The score's 9-0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Dotson House Moving and Construction is a 4th generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dotson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Panthers trailing 9-0. Jayla McCall, Kylie Arnold, and Madeline Strader, 8, 9, and 1. McCall, Jeff, is perfect for tonight. She's walked both times and scored a run. No official at bats, but reached safely both at bats via the walk. Montez back out there for her 2nd inning of work for the Panthers. McCall lifts that one into shallow left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. So a leadoff single for McCall, as they have not figured her out yet, as she has been on all 3 times.
That ball hung up there a long time, too.
Kylie Arnold now steps to the plate. And we're going to have another pinch runner.
Yep. Number 3 again.
Cameron Beckerly will be the pinch runner at first for McCall.
And yeah, like you said it earlier, Maury, we're 1 run from this game being over.
7 hits already. Some extra bases. That pitch is down low, ball 1.
They're going to play for that 1 run, which I would too in
and
this
that
situation.
Time, they kind of got on Beckerly there as that ball got by Upton a little bit, and Coach Driver thought she should have been standing at second base. The 1-0 pitch squares around the bunt, bunts it foul back into the screen.
Yeah, that's you teach to read the pitch out of the pitcher's hand and be more aggressive. If you see that ball hit the dirt, you know.
Arnold,
I know a lot of coaches that are going to teach that aggressiveness.
Arnold popped up to the shortstop, walked, and scored. So she is 0 for 1 with a run scored. Bunts that one foul back into the screen. Count will move to 1 ball and
Here
2
again,
strikes.
let's talk about Leander's batter right now. Those should be a sacrifice right now, and I think the coach is getting on to her. You know, hey, you're sacrificing yourself here. You don't show late. You get up there and show bunt and get that bunt down. We want to get her to second base. So now your job remains the same. You still with 2 strikes, you've got to get that runner to second base.
1-2, it's outside, 2-2. The leadoff hitter, Strader, waits on deck. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beckerly, the pinch runner, at first. That ball bounces in. And Beckerly on the Ball got a little bit away from Upton, but Upton with a good throw, and Beckerly had to go back to first. But it's a full count now. Do you send her in motion with a full count?
No.
I don't either. I don't think so either. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. She is going to run, and safe. She can't go nowhere. It's a strikeout. It doesn't matter what Upton did.
Right.
As the runner's retired with a strikeout. But the runner will go to second base. They call her safe on the throw down.
I couldn't tell. There was too much traffic
I
in
could
front of
not
me.
tell either. It was a bang-bang play.
Yep.
So now the leadoff hitter, Strader, steps to the plate. Strader tripled, fielder's choice singled, two runs scored and an RBI. What?
I was going to talk about the outfield positioning. That run cannot score.
Strike called, 0-1. It's the first time, though, Strader has faced Montez inside the circle. Her previous damage was done with Salazar.
So I guess in this situation, you kind of play normal depth.
The 0-1 to Strader. Ball is lifted in the shallow left field. Gonzalez in foul ball territory makes the play. So he dodged one bullet there for out number 2. Madeline Lee now steps to the plate. Maddie popped her to the catcher, a double and a ground out. So she is 1 for 3. 2 outs now. Ball is lifted right in the grass, and Gonzalez with another fly out for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Panthers will extend this ball game and move it to the 6th inning. Panthers still trail 9-0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Dotson House Moving and Construction is a 4th generation company operated by the same. Call it 210-628-1459.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving, and reached on a fielder's choice. So she is 1 for 2, as Guerin is back out there for her 6th inning of work. Ball is lifted back into the screen. Count will move to 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1. Gonzalez takes that pitch high. Ball 2, 2-1.
Now it's just dragging.
What?
Dragging. No, the game's dragging along now.
Panthers with hit in clutch time.
Yeah.
In the comeback.
Yeah, but she needs something positive in this game.
Well, let's get it right here.
Carry the positivity over to tomorrow.
Pitch in high, ball 1, 1-0. First time the Panthers have really threatened. Let's see how Guerin reacts now inside the circle for the Lions. The 1-0 pitch. The 1-1 pitch.
Change up.
Change up. Just need to keep getting base runners. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. That loads the bases for your number 4 hitter, Avery Nash. Avery flew out to the center field and reached on a walk, so she is 0 for 1.
He hasn't really called that inside pitch.
No, he hasn't.
So the Leander fans are not really chirping too much about it.
Swing it about here, and this game could get very interesting. First pitch is foul back in the screen, 0-1.
I think sometimes Nash swings a little too hard. she saw a beach ball on that one, I think.
It was a good pitch.
It was, and she swung so hard she missed it. You know what I'm saying, though. Your head moves. Everything moves when you swing, that hard. Keep your head still. See the bat hit the ball.
The 0-1 pitch. Foul back at the feet of the catcher, 0-2. Gonzalez. Oh, they missed him.
So Panthers get on the board. RBI for Nash. And, she's going to say, can you ask?
Oh, now he's calling in.
He's calling it, no way, because he's going to overturn this call. You watch.
Oh, he's going to. And then the Panther fans should erupt. Because there's no way that guy can even make a decision for that side.
Nobody can see that. And it's away from him.
Yes.
It's away from him.
I'll
tell you what, though,
I would have said
that was a strong throw.
Out! You knew it. We knew it when they called the third one in there that was going to happen. You knew it. You knew it. He had no business even in that play.
You can see that when you're on the backside. That is terrible. He blew the call, but So, two outs.
We saw it coming, Jeff.
I know, I did.
When they call the other umpire.
When he called that other umpire.
And he had nothing to do with it. There's no way that he can see that from over there.
Yeah.
Because he should have been watching the tag up going to the other base in the first place. 2 outs now in the inning. Montez steps to the plate.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, my. You got to laugh because that's happened in every game.
Well, it's a tag play. It's a judgment. It's not a judgment call. It's a tag play. Did she tag her or not? And you're on the play, and you said no.
0-1.
You're on the play, and you said that she did not touch her.
And you were 5 feet away.
Yeah.
And you let somebody
you let the guy over at first base say, "Oh wait, no, she did."
He said right away when he called the third umpire in there, "We're done. We're done."
But you can't. It really. You could say if it was 5-1, you could say it took you out of a rally. But at 9-1,
it still took you out of a rally.
It took you out of a positive situation for sure.
1 ball and 1 strike to Montez.
Tell you what, that don't take anything away from that right fielder in that throw though.
That was a great throw.
That was a rocket.
Guerin bounces that one in to Chester at first. Montez with a 2-1 count, I believe it is now.
And what do we always say about your right fielder?
Best arm.
Strongest arm on the team. And she's a little bitty thing. Isn't that's the 2-hole hitter, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. She's a little bitty thing, and they all got strong arms though. Third baseman's got a real strong arm.
1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Guerin with the pitch. Ground ball is short. Shortstop easy with the tag out. 6 unassisted for the out. For out number 3 for the Panthers in that inning. 1 run on 2 hits. 1 more left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Panthers trail 9-1. Panthers softball will continue in just a moment.
Have you ever been in a car accident? Was your car taken to a body shop? Or maybe an impound yard? Perhaps a major repair that's too costly. Even if this happened 2 years ago, Lone Star Towing is interested in buying all junk, wrecked, and abandoned vehicles. The process of getting you paid and that vehicle out of there is quick and easy. Call Lone Star Towing today at 210-777-0585
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company. We head to the bottom of the sixth. Panthers on the short end of a 9-1 lead. Leander will send to the plate. Grundy, Porter, and Beckerly. Grundy reached on an error, scored a run, and then a 3-run inside the park home run. So she has 3 RBI with 2 runs scored. So the first time, Grundy will face Montez. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Two-one pitch that bounces in, 3-1. Three-one pitch, ball 4. Leadoff walk issued to Grundy. Second baseman Taylor Porter steps to the plate. Taylor singled her first at bat, drove in a run. Then a strikeout, reached on an error, and scored a run. So she is 1 for 3 with a RBI and a run scored. Ball is inside, ball 1. 1-0. And the pitch. Shot into center field. Castiglione going back. Makes the play. Runner goes back.
Now, did she go past second base?
No.
Okay, she just went to second base.
She went to it. Didn't even touch it.
Good job. Good job of base running. Good job making the play.
So that'll bring to the plate Caitlin Beckerly. Beckerly popped up to the shortstop, flew out to the center fielder, and then tripled and drove in a run and scored a run. Strike called, 0-1. Runner in motion will go in sliding for the steal. As Grundy steals a base for the Lions. The 1-1 pitch. Ball is lifted into center field. Castiglione going back a couple of steps. Makes the play.
She left early.
Way early.
Way early. Hey, way early. Way early. Check her at second. Yeah.
F8 for the put out. And they will call Grundy out for not tagging
right
up.
In your line of sight. That wasn't even close.
So a double play on the play. So no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We go to the top of the 7th. Panthers trail 9-1. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company.
Yeah, so, Maury, I was telling you off the air, I don't think I've ever seen that called like that. With the runner did leave early. It was pretty obvious. But the third base umpire called her out when Ariel tagged her. Don't you have to tag the base that she left from?
I'm not sure how it's done anymore.
I've never seen them called out by tagging the runner,
I thought you had to go to the base where they left early
I did
from.
too. I thought you had to at least appeal to the base.
But nothing would surprise me.
Yeah, we've seen some good ones in this week.
We're 4 for 4 with interesting calls.
Yeah. But the Panthers are at the last opportunity here. Down to their last 3 outs.
Upton will lead off. Kaylee walked and flew out to the second baseman, so she is 0 for 1. 6, 7, and 8 for the Panthers as Guerin is back in there in the circle for the Lions to finish out the game.
Done a good job scattering some hits.
First pitch to Upton is outside, ball 1, 1-0.
And like we said earlier, Maury, she's done a really good job of, throwing strikes and keeping the Panther bats off balance. And when you have a defense like she's got behind you, why not?
The 1-0 pitch. In tight, 2-0. Pitch. Outside, 3-0.
Tell you what's been impressive about Leander, they've played the game the way it's supposed to be played. They've hustled, they've made the routine plays, they've hit the ball.
3-0 pitch, strike call, 3-1.
You know what I mean? They haven't made many mistakes.
So Upton, a couple practice swings. Now steps back in. Awaits the 3-1 pitch from Guerin. And the pitch. Lifted into center field. Center fielder going back. That's going to be off the base of the wall. Upton will be in for a stand-up double to lead off the inning. So Upton puts a little charge in it. 5th hit of the ball game for the Panthers. That's going to bring up Morgan Castiglione. Morgan singled and was called out for stepping out of the batter's box. So she is 1 for 2. First pitch to Castiglione is a base hit in the right field.
No, don't. No.
They're going to hold her up.
I was going to say.
Which is a good idea because that was a shallow ball. But a good job by Castiglione. Back-to-back single, back-to-back hits to start the inning. Annie Stivers will step to the plate to pinch hit for the Panthers. Runners at the corners. Upton at third. Castiglione at first. First pitch to Stivers is ball low. 1 ball and no strikes. Runners at the corners. No outs. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. One pitch, ground ball, foul down the first base line. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Annie's problem the last couple of her at bats have been getting herself in a hole. Once again, she's finds herself in a 1-2 hole.
Nobody out. Runners at the corners. Top of the 7th. Pitch is off the plate. 2-2. Two pitch. Ground ball to short. Shortstop over. Tags the base 1. Over to first for 2. But a run will score on the play. Castiglione will be retired 6 unassisted for out number 1. And then 6-3 for the double play.
Yeah, they would definitely give up a run to get 2 outs in a situation
absolutely.
like that.
Aubrey Dominguez now steps to the plate. Aubrey walked and grounded out, so she is 0 for 1. Pitch is outside, ball 1, 1-0. That's 2 6 unassisted double plays for the shortstop tonight.
Yeah. No, she covers some ground. And I tell you what she does, though, what we don't do, and this is no fault of our own players.
2-0.
Notice where she aligns whenever there's a runner on first base.
Well, she cheats over and
She
gives her
cheats
a little
over,
room.
absolutely.
And not only did she make that play, she made one in the hole going opposite glove hand towards third base.
Very, very athletic. Very athletic over there at shortstop.
2-0 pitch. That ball is lifted back in the screen. 2-1.
Panthers with a pair of runs, though, in the last couple of innings. Got a little something going.
Strike call, 2-2.
That's what we were talking about earlier about getting something going, And I think you've been through the order now one time where you've had a little something going and a little confidence going into tomorrow's game.
And the 2-2, that's high, 3-2. Full count. Dominguez steps out, now back in. Awaits the payoff pitch from Guerin. And the pitch. Ground ball in the hole for a 2-out single for Dominguez.
But look at how quick their outfielders get on that ball. She was on that ball lickety-split. Good job by Dominguez.
Elena Gonzalez now steps to the plate. Elena with 2 hits and scored a run, scored the first run for the Panthers. So she is 2 for 3 with a run scored.
Think we can get about 8 hits in a row here?
We're going to try. Outside, ball 1.
Well, Elena's showing bunt because that's what Elena does. Elena bunts. I think she's always got the green light to lay one down if she thinks she can beat it out.
She has 2 hits in this ball game, but neither one of them were bunts, though. That's a good thing.
I remember her first hit. Where was her second hit?
Right up the middle.
Right up the middle.
First one, she surprised us all when she pulled it down the first base line.
Probably the first time in 4 years I've seen her pull one. Maybe once or twice more.
So Elena's ahead in the count, 2-0. Ball 3, 3-0.
That one fooled everybody. Catcher was set up outside. Pitch came inside.
And a little bit of jeers for the home plate umpire there on that pitch.
Yeah, from both sides.
3-0 pitch to Gonzalez. Strike call, 3-1.
I think that one was anywhere close was going to be called a strike. That was one of those vicinity. If it's in the vicinity, it's going to be a strike.
I was thinking the same thing. He's just playing to the crowd now.
Going to be a base hit.
Base hit up the middle. Gonzalez with her 3rd hit of the ball game. Mackenzie Viejo now steps to the plate. Mackenzie has sacrificed a ground out and a single. So we're going to have a visit to the mound by Coach Driver.
Game's just a little over 2 hours now. We're almost as quick as the baseball game went today.
And it was moving quick. Even in the 7-run inning, it moved quick. And in these last two, there's been only 2 runs scored. It seems like they've just been
dragging on. Yeah, the baseball game was over in about 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Well, we were listening to it on the way in, and we said if the pitching keeps going like that for both sides, it's going to be a quick game.
In the 5th inning already by the time we got here.
So they'll break up the meeting inside the circle. Mackenzie Viejo steps to the plate. Runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Just looking to extend the game.
Panthers trail by 7.
Oh, wear it. We just haven't learned that.
First pitch, backs are out.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's part of the game. You play enough softball, you learn those things. You learn, hey, I need to let this hit me so I can get to REL.
Strader comes in from her shortstop position. Couple of words of encouragement for the pitcher, Guerin. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1.
And she throws that changeup in the same spot. And McKenzie swings right over the top of it. A lot of changeups from this pitcher. A lot of change of speeds, curveballs, a lot of junk.
The 1-1. Inside, 2-1.
That one looked like she let it try to hit her that time.
And the 2-1. Ground ball wide of third, 2-2. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on.
Matt and Maury, at the end of this game, we're going to quick wrap up. Quick post game so we can get back on the road because we're going to come back over here tomorrow. Did y'all get a score for that second Southwest game? 9-3. So Liberty Hill's up 9-3 on Southwest.
Ball is lifted into center field. Center fielder Grundy going over and makes the play for the final out of the ball game. F8 for out number 3 for the Panthers in that inning. 1 run on 3 hits, 1 left on base. Final score, Leander Lions 9, Medina Valley 2. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dodson House Moving and Construction Company. Panthers fall in game 1, 9-2. Game 2 tentatively might move to 6 o'clock.
I think it's going to be 6 o'clock because it's 9-3 right now.
Liberty Hill is up on Southwest 9-3 in game 2. So instead of 8 o'clock, we'll move to 6. But pay attention to the website for updates. Jeff, Tanya, Travel by Design, player of the game, can go a couple of ways. But I have to give it to the young lady inside the circle, only yielding up 2 runs against the Panthers. They had a lot of hitting, which that pulled her through. But she still had to get the job done inside the circle. So the player of the game goes to Miss Guerin for a good job inside the circle, only giving up 2 runs. Jeff, any parting words before we head back to Castroville?
No. Be careful. Drive safe. We'll see you tomorrow, probably at 6 o'clock.
So
tomorrow.
airtime will be 5:45 once again.
Yep.
So for
and baseball's playing at 7.
So for the sponsors will